Hello! Here I'm going to show you how to replace your inline filter. Most common for people that have wells, but some other households have them. The first thing that you want to do is find your main water shutoff valve, and you want to turn that off. Now, after you do this, the other thing that you can do, which is helpful, is go run upstairs after you get this off and turn on a tap, and that will release any of the pressure in the line. And that becomes helpful because when you remove the filter, the inline water filter, it's just gonna, I don't know, help reduce water spraying out and stuff at you. But what you need to do, so here's my filter up here. Now I'm down in a huffing and puffing here because I'm gonna have to crawl around, and mine's in a really bad spot. But there you go, that's the inline sediment filter. That's for my well, and I have a bucket underneath here because some water is going to come out of there. And normally you can't just grab these things and unscrew them because they, I don't know, they become difficult to remove. So what I'm going to do is show you a couple ways to get this filter off. First thing you need to do though, after you have your water off, your mainline water off, and if you've chosen to go and open up a valve upstairs, that's great. Open it up, let the pressure out, and then close it. There's a little red button up here. And this is going to release the water pressure that's in there. So you're gonna have to do that. Make sure I get my bucket under there. So it's just releasing the pressure in the system. All good, I think we're done here, almost. Move the bucket a bit there. It takes a few seconds here. It's a very common standard filter that's in a house for a sediment filter for a well. Now, unless you're like a Superman, you could unscrew that, but they usually tighten up on there pretty good. So I'll show you a few ways to get them off of there. Now, the first thing you can try is actually an oil. This would fit like a pH 8A oil filter. I can put that on there, and hopefully it tightens up. But it's slippery though. Okay, so that's not working. Fine. Your next option is to get a damp towel and you wrap it around like this. And you can take a screwdriver, stick it up in there. I just put a screwdriver up in there, just wrap the towel around. And start turning. There, it's released. Okay? Because I'm not the Incredible Hulk, and you might not be either. Now, I use a screwdriver, but if you don't have a screwdriver, go into your kitchen. One of those big stirring spoons would work. No big deal. It just helps to loosen it up. But the towel should be damp. It really helps. It grips it. So anyways, unscrew this thing. And there you go. And here's the old filter. Looking pretty gross. Dump the water out of there. While it's still running there, give it a little rinse, get some stuff out of there. Alright. Okay, so all good. So we have the old filter out. It's just a string filter. It's not a carbon filter, which is kind of important for this point that I'm going to make here. I'm just getting the new one out. A carbon filter, there's different types of filters. This is a very standard one. It's just really really for sediment, so it's not fancy. But anyways, I placed the filter in there. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe I'll get my light over here. So I put the filter in there. There's a little groove in the bottom. You line it up. It's all good. And the next thing I'm going to do, I wouldn't probably do this if you have like a carbon or a charcoal filter, but I'm going to add just about an ounce of bleach in there. That's all you need. You don't need to do this. I do it. Just because now I have my system open and it's susceptible to you know, bacteria and stuff. But anyways, so I have that in there, and all I'm going to do is make sure I get this lined up. Kind of have to be careful. The top of the filter, make sure it's nice and centered, and line it up on the little housing there. Slowly screwed on, and I can tell that it's fit in there because it's basically screwed on perfectly, and there hasn't been any tightness or anything, and it's at the point where it's going to get tight just on the threads alone, so that's a good sign. And again, it should just be hand tight. Give it a good twist. Now, if you have any issues with leaking, once again, use your towel and your screwdriver or spoon, whatever, and it provides leverage. Now, this will give it a little extra tightness there. There we go. So that's good. It's on there good. Okay, so we're all set, and all you need to do now, as I said, if you did turn on a tap upstairs, make sure it's off now, and just go to your main water supply. Okay, come over here. We'll turn the water back on. There we go. Turn it all the way on. And come back here to your filter. And your towel that you have. It's kind of important. You just dry off your filter. Make sure it's all dry. And then just wait for a second. Make sure it's not leaking or anything. If it's leaking, it's either it's too loose or you had something misaligned, but it looks good. There's nothing coming off of it. And also, when you do this, I would recommend like the next day, like it looks all good, nothing leaking, but come check it out the next day. Unfortunately, mine is stuck down in a kind of like a dungeon area here. It's hard to get at, but yeah, it's looking good. Anyways, that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you want more of these home repair videos. Have a great day.